football weather as we welcome you to chilly M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore. Today we're savoring the AFC matchup between the New York Jets and the Baltimore Ravens. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Garden. And Charles, you look at this Raven team as they get ready here. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And going back to the tape, I thought they looked pretty good last week. It was a solid win, a comprehensive win.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jets, it's late in the year. We all know it. We've seen the calendar for these guys. Their bodies could probably use a break, but they have to push on.
And they're really not as worried about that as maybe we think. They know they've got the entire offseason to rest. All they care about is the game in front of them and finishing strong.
Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They're led out by a former number 2 overall pick in the draft from BYU and Zach Wilson.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. We might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. We're taking a look at Hall's numbers from a week ago. 17 carries, 52 yards.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Wilson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They'll go again with Hall. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Straight ahead is Hall. They'll get this down to the 38. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Wilson. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. On 3rd and 1, Wilson. To the right side, and he's got Moore complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
They go play action with Wilson. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. before this second down play. We'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside. Nifty move. And he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens' 19-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing is Wilson. That one to the sideline, and a nice catch there. He stays in bounds, but a penalty marker is down as well. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Now Wilson. He gets it underneath to Hall. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down.
That was a heck of an effort to stop him just short of the marker, but now they're going to need another big play on 4th down on defense, I believe, because offensively, they went from 3rd and long to now it's a go situation here on 4th and inches.
They'll go for it. It's Hall. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. So they only needed a couple of feet there on 4th down, but they got more than that and then some as he takes this into the end zone.
And I love your description right there, right? 4th and short. They got that. No problem. Let's go ahead and get the rest of it. Finish it off in the end zone. Touchdown. Everyone goes away happy on that one.
Extra point attempt to follow here. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either. And it's 7-0. That drive, a long one, spanning 15 plays. And it was capped off by a Breece Hall touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Ravens offense going to work, and as usual, it's Lamar Jackson, the former MVP of the league, at the helm.
We both know it's a league where they seemingly throw the ball just about every play, but watching him perform last week where he threw 3 touchdown passes still caught my eye in a big way.
Still kind of the gold standard, 3 touchdown passes, isn't it? And for his efforts last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
I can't wait to see what he does this week.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. The drive starts with a carry by Edwards. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. To throw on 2nd and 6. Jackson. That's taken in by Duvernay. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. Sideline throw. It's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Jackson. On the sideline, did he keep his feet in bounds? They say yes. Great job, both feet in, 1st down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
So in jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They go back to the ground with Dobbins. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Jackson. Open man is Duvernay. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would be interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They go play action with Jackson. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. John Franklin Myers, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Now that's a heck of a moment for your 1st sack of the game, because if this long drive ends without a touchdown because of that sack, we're going to look back and say that might be one of the biggest plays of this contest.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. They'll set up a throw. He completes this to Russell Gage. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from 48. Tucker's kick is good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive.
You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot, because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Third and 2, now Wilson. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And he is going to have a Jets first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. On first down, Wilson. And that is incomplete here. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Wilson. This pass out wide to Hall. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. To throw again is Wilson. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. It's complete. He dials up Davis once more. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Throwing again here, Wilson. That's brought in by Davis over the middle. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And that's incomplete.
They certainly didn't like what he said. The coverage on the primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defensive credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
On 2nd and 10, Wilson. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Here's Wilson. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. Now the defense going to use the 1st of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Now the Jets will call on a field goal unit here. This will be a 34-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the 2 teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
Taking it about the 1. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Raven offense going to take over late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. He gets this underneath to Dobbins. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down. And Jackson throwing once more. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at second down. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve. As we send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, now we'll look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Jets. And even though they've got a halftime lead, they're likely devising ways as we speak to try and get a little more prevention from their passing game. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they did not have quite the same amount of success in the passing game that their counterparts did, as you get a look at the numbers there.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Raven offense set to start this third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. On the move past the 40. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Jackson. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home, because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense, they've been stuck in neutral much of the game. And on that last play, they actually went and reversed.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by DJ Reed. And the Jets will take over here at their own 14-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them, because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. To throw on 2nd and 10. Wilson. Open man here is Conklin. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
And defensively, Baltimore's in a dime look here on 3rd. Now it's Wilson. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
As you know, so many things in the passing game are based on yardage. Sometimes it's just based on timing, and that's what we saw right there on that play. 3rd and 3, just get the ball right to the receiver.
It's the hitch route. Tell us, what is the hitch route?
Yeah, just take really one step like you're driving off the line of scrimmage, get the defensive back on his heels, get the ball out to the receiver, and he does the rest.
Hall on a give up the middle. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Hall again on 2nd down. And he'll have a Jets first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Hall again. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he stopped immediately there. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Here's Wilson to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to help him.
That was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Here's the Jets punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. That's pulled in at the 32. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Ravens, they'll take over. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Out of the gun, here's Wilson.
That pass complete to Moore.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Wilson and Moore there for a Jets first.
First down, Jets.
They'll give to Hall. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Hall again on second down. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. The Jets on third down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This will be 3rd and 6.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Wilson smart to take off and run with it as he's able to pick up the first.
Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hall.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 22-yard line. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Back to the ground with Hall.
And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Buying time to his left. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to make it a 2-score game. And this one is right through. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3.
So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins.
And he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Throwing is Jackson.
He'll swing this out to Dobbins.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up 4th. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. So now with a 2-minute warning coming up fast, that puts a mammoth dent in their comeback hopes.
I like how you phrased it. It's a dent because there's still opportunity. They've got to get the ball back on defense, obviously twice. But guess what? This thing is not close to being over. They need to go ahead and play it out.
Not over. As you said, 2-score game still.
Here's a give to Hall.
And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. They'll run with Hall. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. They'll try to run with Hall. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Jets look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the 4th quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And this one is incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
To throw is Jackson. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Crossing route, he finds Likely. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Meanwhile, Jackson's throw is on target to Duvernay. Now they got to get to the line quickly. From just shy of midfield, Jackson throwing out left and finding Likely. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Again, Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. From the 31, Jackson. And that is incomplete. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Here's Jackson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And this is caught, but they say out of bounds. It would have been a first down, but he couldn't stay in, and as a result, they're going to have to give up the football. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it's just more focus on what you're doing.